Alright, just making sure the mic is on this time. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another speed build. Today we are building a shotgun style duplex in Willow Creek. For those of you who don't know, shotgun style is kind of like I want to say it's one of the traditional like New Orleans style houses. I think a lot of houses, like the starter homes in Willow Creek, kind of have this setup. It's basically just like a really long house. And yeah, I'm sure there's other ways to describe it. Actually, let me look that up. So yeah, going off Wikipedia, a shotgun house is a narrow rectangular domestic residence, usually no more than 12 feet wide, with rooms arranged one behind the other. Yeah, so we kind of did that. It's basically a long, narrow house, but I wanted to make a duplex. So basically, it's two long, narrow houses side by side. The shotgun style houses are really popular in New Orleans, which, for those of you who don't know, Willow Creek is largely designed after that. So yeah, I thought it would fit in nicely. The lot is 99% base game, but I did use the residential rental trait in order to split it up. So you would need for rent for that. There is also a version on the gallery that's just a residential lot. It's just basically is one house. It does cost $75,000, so keep that in mind. But yeah, I really like the residential rental mechanic. It gives you a lot of flexibility with the types of homes you can create. You guys saw before, I did create like a basement rental. For that, I used the residential rental trait, so you can actually like rent out the basement apartment. With that said, I did make it very expensive. So yeah, this time around, I did want to at least make half of it starter home friendly. And then the other half, made it not as much. So the left side is going to be base game friendly. It's only going to cost about, with the furnishings and everything, cost a little under $1,800. And then the other side is probably about $40. So I figured, you can have your landlord, you can have the landlord move into the more expensive side, or you can just rent the starter home side and then eventually build up enough money to take over the other side, however you want to do it. But yeah, the layouts for the houses pretty much mirror each other. The only real difference is the base game friendly one is a little more bare bones. It has, all the rooms are furnished. There's 2 bedrooms, one set up like a kid's room, one set up like the master bedroom. There are 2 bathrooms, but it just has cheaper furniture, cheaper decor, or not as much decor. It's very bare for a house I would create, but it's very hard to decorate a house just using base game in general, because base game doesn't have the whole lot of stuff. You just end up kind of repeating yourself quite a bit. But it also, stuff is very expensive, so it makes it hard to fully flesh out a house and still have it base game friendly. So it is a little bare bones, but as you get money, you can decorate it however you want, or you just buy the other side, which has a few more items. So yeah, so go with that. So like I said, it did split up the houses. I couldn't figure out how to split up the yards though. I don't know if that's a thing that it will let me do. So the yards so each yard is like fenced in, but there isn't any real restriction to one yard as far as the gameplay goes. Belongs to the one side, the one belongs to the other. Probably works out well to your Sims, because the more pricier your side has a hot tub, so you can probably get away with using that whenever you want. So have at it. But yeah, as I mentioned, both homes have 2 bedrooms, one of which is set up as a kid's room. The starter home's kid room just has 1 bed. The other side does have bunk beds. There are also 2 bathrooms. The hall bathroom has a bathtub, so then you need that for like toddlers or if you want to add pets or whatever. So yeah, going back to the design of the house, I did want to do like shotgun style, but I found some inspiration pics that kind of like had like really bold colors, and I thought that looked really cool. One house in particular, just like a blue and pink one, which I'll post a photo of, has like, we actually have like the top floor window. We actually have a window that's like very similar to that, so I figured it worked out perfectly. With that said, base game doesn't have that many bold, vibrant colors. Like, it has different colors, but not like, none of them are like really like bold or stand out. So I did the best I could. I was able to get some of the blue and pinks in. The maroon, like shutters and doors on the one picture, I would have loved to be able to incorporate that, but I couldn't find like a swatch that matched up perfectly, so we just stuck with brown. Figured that was a pretty safe bet. But yeah, it's kind of shotgun style, but it also almost gives like the appearance of like a painted lady, like the one of those types of houses like San Francisco, like the really vibrantly color painted like Victorian homes. I'm sure there's probably some sort of connection there. I don't know what it is, so forgive my ignorance of that, but either way, it thought looked cute. I will say another thing about this build. So it is pretty straightforward. It's just 2 bedroom, 2 bath. Rooms are kind of one behind the others, kind of like traditional shotgun style. This build, well, pretty much every build I do, but this build really makes me wish we had the ability to build half tile walls, because you see the hallway here, it's just like a one tile thing going like all the way back, and to me that is too narrow. I think technically like a full square in the game is considered like 3 feet, so it's probably fine, but I just wish we had like a little bit extra space, because one tile wide hallway to me is too narrow, and then a 2 tile is usually a little too big. Having like 1.5 give you a nice little sweet spot, give you a little room on each side of the door, and maybe one day, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, there isn't too much else to talk about. It's a pretty straightforward. It's a house, you know, nothing too fancy there. Like I say, I was trying to keep within a budget, at least on the one side. That said, I did try to add like some playground equipment and stuff to the backyard. I did not realize until I went into this that we don't have like a single base game swing set at all, which to me is kind of nuts. We have like the monkey bars, and we have like that really big like pirate or like spaceship like play set that you would see on like a community playground, but there's no freaking swing set. We have like 10 of them in the other packs, but there's no single one that's base game, which was kind of weird to me. I did find a cool little trick on TikTok though. I wish I remember who I originally got it from, but if you use like the sand terrain paint, you can build sandcastles. So I created like a little fenced in square as like a little sandbox, and I don't know, I thought that was kind of cool. Like nice little touch, a little way to kind of add something else for kids to do, especially since there is no swing set. Why isn't there a swing set? So yeah, with all that, I will let you guys enjoy the rest of the speed build, and I will see you momentarily for the lot tour. Alright friends, so here we are at the Daisy Hovel Duplex. So you can see we have the 2 lots, one Daisy Hovel, which is this side over here. Put the lines back up, the blue lines. This one, full value is $17,921, so just under $18,000. So it should be base game compatible and should still leave you a little bit extra money to play around with. My personal take is If you make a starter home and it's $19,950, that's not really a starter home. So I like the idea of at least giving like at least like $1,000 or like $2,000 to play around with. And then this other side to Daisy Hovel is about $40,000. So you see, coming from the front, looks relatively straightforward. This little garden thing out front, I use debug fencing for this because regular fencing you can't actually build up to the property line, but debug you can kind of get away with it. You have gates leading to the backyard on each side. You have the little front porch. Swinging around to the back real quick. Let me get rid of that. Let me get rid of the lines. We have the hot tub and a couple garden spots on the fancier side, and then we have the monkey bars and the little sandbox on the starter home side. So yeah, let's go ahead and go in. And I could probably just kind of do both because, like I said, the layout's pretty much the same. So you have a living room, enough room for like a little dining table and a kitchen. Both sides have this. There's a little more stuff on the more expensive side, a little bit bigger table. There's a laptop and a bigger TV. So the kitchens are pretty much the same on both sides. The fancier side does have a dishwasher, but they all have the same fridge, stove, sink. Yeah. Bathrooms, kind of same deal. Both have a tub. You have the sink. You have the toilet. Boom. Kids' rooms. The starter home side just has one bed. The more expensive side does have a bunk bed, a few more toys laying around. That's just really cool rug. I don't remember ever seeing or using this before, but I thought it was kind of sweet. And then yeah, this side just has a few toys and some books because reading is fundamental. And yeah, I would say the rooms on the rooms on the starter home side are a little sad. They're very bare bones, but I did the best I could because I wanted you guys to have money. And then yeah, and then this side, the master bedroom, we have enough room for a bed, dresser, a full bathroom. So they do a full bathroom with a shower. And then this side also has a desk with another computer. And that's pretty much it, y'all. So I said I did put this up on the gallery. The actual duplex one is saved under Daisy Hovel Duplex. And then I did create a base game version where I just made it as residential rental. That's Daisy Hovel Duplex BG for base game because I can't actually write out base game in the description. The base game friendly one might be a little weird because it is technically two houses, but I don't know, maybe you could build a door between the two so you can use both sides. But to me, the having it as a rental makes more sense. You see, it does use for rent. I don't actually use anything from the pack, but I do use the residential rental mechanic. So that's what's going on there. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for checking out another speed build. If you like this, please consider dropping a like on the video, leaving a comment. Let me know what you thought. And if there's any other types of houses you'd like me to build or you'd like me to renovate. I really, really like this residential rental mechanic. I mean, you could always build a duplex like this or a townhouse, but now you can actually have it so they're separate lots. And I love that idea. So I really want to build a townhouse, a row of townhouses or an apartment building. So I'll probably do that in a build soon. But yeah, if there's anything else you'd like to see, please let me know. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. I am really trying to grow this channel. You guys have been immense support for that, so thank you so much. But with all that said, I hope you have an amazing day, and I will talk to you later, friends. Bye, y'all.